Hi, first grade. For this week's reading, we are on Unit 5, Week 1. And let's take a look at our phonics pattern for this week. So most of our words are going to have the AR pattern. So AR together makes one sound, R. Okay, repeat after me, AR, R. So we kind of sound like pirates, right? R. All right, so let's take a look at our spelling words and find that pattern in our spelling words. Ready? Let's start with the first one. Cart, barn, arm, art, yarn, harm, happy, key, four, like the number 4, and none. Okay, so those are our 10 spelling words for the week. And for the essential question of the week is, how can we classify and categorize things? So we're going to be reading 3 different stories this week that deal with this question. How can we classify and categorize things? The comprehension strategy is make and confirm predictions. So I want you to make predictions as you read this week and then confirm those predictions at the end of your reading. So think about what your prediction was. Were you correct? Were you not correct? Okay. And the skill that we are going to focus on this week is point of view. And 2 weeks ago, that was the same skill. So remember, first grade, point of view is how a character feels in a story. So I might ask you questions about, how does a frog feel in the story? Okay, that means, how is he feeling in that time in the story? Was he sad? Was he mad? And why? All right. So how can we classify and categorize things? Making predictions and point of view. We're going to focus on these 3 things when we read these stories on this side here. So the first story is called A Lost Button, and that's fantasy. Remember, first grade, fantasy is a make-believe story. It's not real, and most of the time it involves having characters that are animals who have human-like characteristics. Do you remember that? So, which means sometimes they walk and talk and do things that usually humans would do, except in a story. All right, the second story is titled Sort It Out, and that's nonfiction. So probably going to have facts and real pictures in that story because it's real, right? Nonfiction. And then the last one is A Barn Full of Hats, and that's also fantasy. So that's make-believe. It's fiction. Okay, those are 3 stories for the week. The vocabulary that we're going to come across is trouble, which means problems or difficulty. The second word is whole, complete, nothing is missing. Okay, our sight words, also known as high frequency words. We're going to see these a lot in our stories. The first one is for, okay, like the number 4, which is also a spelling word. Large, none, only, put, and round. And then some more vocab words that we're going to see in our reading. Distinguish, classify, entire, organize, and startled.